I think I found the new direction that I want to take this channel. And I'm scared because I don't know how to make it as efficient and effective as possible. And I don't want to waste time. But the gist of it is I want to document my journey to becoming an artist, just making music, exploring what that means in a new age, in a new world in 2026, where there's so many different resources, there's so many different types of artists. How does one that is almost 30 years old decide, okay, these are the tools that I use, these are the types of things that I write about, these are the things that I pursue, these are the things that I leave behind? Because I can already feel like there's certain things that I don't want to do as an artist, but there's definitely things that I do want to do as an artist. And my goal here is to be able to hone in a sound, at least be aware of my sonic tastes by the end of the year, by putting out a lot of different things, testing out a lot of different demos for myself and for you guys, and then documenting that. So I think that's where I'm going to go with this. Right now, I have a few songs that I have in the pipeline. I still want to reach this 30 before 30 goal. It might not be every week, and that might be something this year. So instead, I say, okay, at 30 years old, I'll go 30 weeks straight and posting a video every week or so minimum, and then like making a song out of that. But there's a lot of stuff already going on in 2026, so we'll see about that. But that's where my headspace is kind of right now, and I'm excited about it. So let's see what happens. One other thing, I've been spending a lot of time doing analysis. I have maybe 4 or 5 major artists that I've been listening to and saying, okay, I really like this particular sound. So I've been downloading them and stem splitting them and looking at all the different parts and how they communicate with each other. And then also there's people on like Instagram and TikTok that I look at their content and I say, oh, I love how they presented this musical idea. So it's like a twofold sort of thing, the sonics of it and then presentation of it. Those two things are going to be super important to me in 2026 because I know how I feel when I feel like an artist, all they want to do is just dump their music on you with no substance or thought to how that music is presented. And I don't want to be that way. But it's going to take some time to figure out exactly what that looks like for me, what I'm willing to do, what I'm willing to try, and what I'm not willing to try. That's all that this is going to be. So I'm excited to explore that too. I guess while this is loading, I'm going to give my mental thoughts on how I, again, stay organized, because that's one of my things that's kept me from making music for so long, not having a process for staying organized. It made me feel like I was going to do things wrong over and over and over again and waste time. Right now, I'm working on this song called Entertainment. I've made a bunch of changes to this, making changes, bouncing them out, listening to them in different instances. So I'll probably go take a walk, have the AirPods in, or I'll go for a drive, be listening to it from my phone. As I make these changes, I want to be able to say, oh, I like the things that I did in this first bounce, but then this third bounce has things that I like. But if I don't have access, if I keep saving over the project over and over again, then I lose the changes in the first bounce. So what I decided to do is every time that I open it up, I use this thing called alternatives. Alternatives are basically just different versions of the same file. So I don't have to keep making new copies of this project over and over and over again every time I make a change. All I know is that it's a new bounce, so I'm opening up a new alternative, and if I need to, I can jump between the times that I've opened the session every time. So just something and I'm still, again, tweaking this process because I keep forgetting to actually open up a new one. I'll have the idea and then I'll just jump in. Now I need to revert this version to this, I believe, revert, so that I can keep track exactly what changes that I've made. Just another little tidbit. So I want to speak about this really quickly. What I have here is actually a Notion chart. Call it a track board, and I'm still actually technically refining it, but I have a bunch of songs that I've started here and I have the dates where I want them to be finished. finished here. As you can see, I'm behind on maybe one or two of them, but it still helps me to know I started these ideas, I've worked these ideas, I'm producing these ideas. I have a finish line right here. And the goal is every morning, look to see what kind of songs I'm working on, what I can towards the finish line, and then get out into the world. I can open a song, for example, today I'm going to work on this one, and I can see after listening to the demo a few times, I have some notes on what I want to improve during the next session. And then over time, there's not really much. I've started this process just now, but I deleted a lot of these other old ones. But I'll see when I complete something today, for example, if I complete the songwriting process, I'll just say, cool, completed. And it disappears from this pending list and it goes here. Once that's done, I can go ahead and click this and then name the bounce that I completed all that stuff on, so I can keep track of all of my changes and make sure that I don't miss anything. It's a really helpful system so far. I'm still tweaking it a little bit. I have down here places to put other extra notes and whatnot, and then other little piece of information, just tracks they are, even the demo link if I get to update that. But really, it's about keeping track of where I am in a song and seeing how many ideas I've started and pushing them this way. So every morning I have the intentionality to push songs to the right as best as I can. So I took a couple of minutes, well, more than a couple of minutes, to organize this. Now before, all of the tracks were all in different places as I was recording them, and I think now this made me realize a template would be wonderful to have this kind of set up already. But now I have all of my vocals tucked away in this one stack, and in this stack I have individual stacks for the hooks, the verse, the harmonies, and the backing vocal and the ad-libs. And then I took some time to basically clean up and save some processing power, so this chain was on everything, all of the vocals. But now, since I have them in these little stacks, I can just have the main things that I want on those specific channels. I like my sphere and my autotune to be on each of them individually, especially since sphere is a stereo sort of recording thing. I want to make sure that's good, and then put all the processing on the substack. So now it's nice and clean. Now as I figure out the final ideas, I won't be like, oh, where is this idea, looking for it all over my project. They have sections where they need to go so that I don't lose them. Right now I really want to get this hook to be a little bit stronger. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I want to change it. I want to try something new. So now I know, I just go to the hook section. I can try it out here and then copy paste it to these other sections as well too. So good stuff. Template coming soon. Got to. So I just got out of a meeting with my piano mentor, and it was like the best one that we've ever had. It's so funny, like the small things that you change, like your schedule and your expectations and your dedication to something, it could change the entire game. And I'm so excited. But I got to stay locked in for real, because the more that I add to my day, the more I realize I don't really have time to be just sitting around guessing about what to do. I would have definitely have rather said I did something in this slot of time, as opposed to wondering what next step I should take. Do something and then count those hours as counted, not wasted. I'm trying to get the hang of recording and speaking to the camera and being able to keep the camera, like keep this as a piece of my day. It's hard, man. Like, it's hard. And to be able to say, all right, I want it to be valuable. But again, I would rather just be able to say, you know what? I gave it a shot. I tried. And I think my strategy now is to keep these moments in around 2 minutes so that I can easily kind of chop them up, pace myself, not worry about rambling too hard, because I know I only have 2 minutes. So I have to be clear on exactly what I'm saying. So right now, I really need to wash my car because I've left it dirty for so long. Well, not left it dirty, I got sick, but it's been too long. So I'm going to try and do my best. I might not be able to get to everything, but I'm going to do a little something because I have lessons and sessions that I need to go to in 3-ish hours. Something that came to my mind very recently was that a lot of the issues with creatives is that they'll wait for the perfect moment, the right idea to just get out there and create. But it's the creating that will inform all of the decisions. So if you never lock in and like start making something, because I was making the song this morning, or at least continuing a song this morning, and I wasn't exactly sure what direction I should have taken, but I took a direction as opposed to just waiting for the direction to come to me. I sought out that direction, and that was the best decision, because now looking back at the demo, I'm like, that's what I was supposed to do. But I never would have had the understanding and the context to be able to like figure out what to do in that section if I just didn't approach it anyway. So make sure you guys are doing stuff. If you're a creative of any kind, but especially music, make sure you're just doing stuff. Like with these videos, I don't really have a plan today. I just said, all right, I'm going to film my thoughts. I'm going to make sure that each of these videos are under 2 minutes long whenever I do it, so that whatever chops I do, it's not so overwhelming and I'm not like perpetually rambling. I can keep it moving, keep my thoughts flowing, keep going about my day, and not obsess about, oh, I need to have the perfect story. Like, I don't even think that's necessary. So yeah, keep that in mind. She's all clean, 3 hours and some change, but she's looking pretty good. I'm getting better at the cleaning process though, for sure, I will say, because at first I was scared, I was a little nervous. I did actually mess up 1 or 2 times today. I'm gonna figure out a solution to those. I scratched the plastic a little bit, so I'm gonna try and use like a little plastic darkener to fix what I messed up. But she looks good, man. I'm proud. I never cared this much for my car, but now, oh yeah, it looks nice. I gotta do the tires though next week, but since I am running a little bit late, I will do that next week. I'm going to listen to my demos and give my personal opinions on them. I feel like this part needs to be stronger. Like, it's the beginning of the song. It should really like grab you. So I either need to lock in and do a better sort of take of it. Like, and this doesn't have any lyrics yet, but I'm gonna find them. Okay. Now, the thing is, I don't want to overdo this song too. It's pretty chill, very regular kind of, not love song, but like it's over type song. So that's just what I want to do with it. Is it dark in here? No, it's just my glasses. All right, here we go. Back in my natural habitat. Now I can turn it up. Oh, almost forgot. Every time you text, I'm not replying, you remind me, yeah. Oh yeah. Satisfaction. I can reach your mind, but your body's an eulogy. Coming back around, cause there's nobody else on me. And that's facts. You know what I'm saying? I like this song. This song's almost done. Do it right now, do it right now. Feeling my pain and bones, killing myself. I don't know why I had a British accent for that, but I mean, hey, oh well, we're gonna do what we gotta do. I like that part. That part specifically, the sleep. It gives the song character. I feel like that whole first section gave it a sense of character. Like, sometimes when you over pronunciate something, like, it just sounds try hard. It sounds kids bop, you know what I'm saying? So I had to like do a lot of different parts over for this song to make it feel more like it had more character. That's the best way I could explain it. Like, it just feels more human. Instead of, I gonna something you like, don't do that. Just like say how you normally would, you know? It's hard, but it's not hard at the same time. Okay, I just finished a lesson with a kid. Oh, wait. Oh, MIATA. Yo, what's up? Yo. Nice. Oh, it's so dope. I love lessons. I feel like it's a bias though. Maybe I shouldn't because I definitely love making music a lot more than learning other people's music. Woof. Woo. That was a little rough. I definitely love more like personal projects than learning songs of other people's. And I guess there's no like right or wrong about that. That's just what I prefer. But now that the kids are, getting to choose kind of what stuff they choose production a lot. I'm cool with it. I'm totally cool with it. Even in the same breath though, I've been learning a lot more about piano and the importance of theory and understanding those different things. Because even as I was making the song that I was playing earlier today, it was like, okay, I could make this a seventh chord with my vocal harmonies, or I could leave it alone. But I wasn't wondering what's different about this. I was making a creative choice based on the understanding of the theory that I had. So even with these kids, sometimes I gotta be like, you still need to understand what you're doing eventually. Like, it's fun to just throw stuff in there and see what happens. And like, if it sounds cool, it sounds cool. But it helps to understand. But having that duality, especially in these kids, it's been awesome. All right, so I had to stop at Home Depot real quick because I needed one of these tools to tighten up a little screw on this clamp. I have so many Allen wrenches, and I didn't have the right freaking Allen wrench to fix this thing right here. And I was like, yo, what is happening? So I have to go ahead and stop that. Spent the cool like $13 on this one little tool, but I see it as an investment still. A lot of this stuff, like between the studio and just like different plugins and courses, friggin', sometimes they're small things like this, but sometimes really big things that I still see as investments because they've helped me get this far and be able to learn different things about making music, understanding the business, and then seeing where my faults are, seeing where my strengths are. And I wouldn't change a thing. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't change not a thing at all. I just came out the lesson and I had a thought about investing into different things, and I see how they invest into their kids, put them in all kinds of different stuff, and that's the way to do it. Kids are a gift, but they're also an investment too. I want to think that way as well with everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for tomorrow morning. I'm really tired, but I'm actually pretty excited for tomorrow morning. And it's because I finally figured out my schedule. Oh, wow, let there be light. And by schedule, I mean the way that I'm going to be able to continue to make music consistently. Because I really struggle with this. I put so much pressure on myself to get all of my client stuff perfectly done. But I never really worried about me, worried about my stuff. And funnily enough, in doing that, I actually messed up some of the client stuff that I was supposed to be doing. Simply because I didn't actually continue to hone my own skill. Oh my days.
Dude, I genuinely shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have asked what else could possibly happen. I shouldn't have.
What's this?
What?
That is crazy. That is crazy indeed. Stranger Things finale. That's what's going down right there.
That would have been L.
That's so funny. Yeah, what I was saying before. I came out here to look for my bag. I think I forgot it in here. I sure did. That's crazy. I said, all right, I'm home, clocking out. But yeah, but that's exactly what happened. So everyone else suffered because I didn't lock in and actually do what I needed to do for my projects. My skills suffered. And so I'm not doing that anymore. That's wild. What a concept. Why are you cheeked up? Is that what you said? That's crazy.
How are they gonna cake up something that's made of vine? No, like genuinely, look, hang on, wait, look at it get up. Look at it butt.
That's so funny.
That's wild.
But yeah, I'm just like, no more, man. And this might not be a perfect execution of this plan, and it might need a little bit of tweaking. But to be honest, long story short, I've come up with a plan. a plan to essentially block off my time. It's so obvious what I needed to do. I just never actually did it because, of course, it'd be hard. So I blocked off my time and I said, okay, super early in the morning. No one's calling me, no one's texting me, no one's wondering where my deliverables are, no one's expecting me to teach. I can just solely focus on making music in this point. And that's what I've been doing for maybe about like a week or so. And even to this day, still, it's a little challenging to wake up some of these mornings and be able to do what I need to do. But when I remember, oh, the only expectation of me right now is to get up and make some music. It's not that hard. And a lot of my other goals are contingent on me actually getting up and doing this right here, right now. So why not get up and do it? You know, it's a lot harder when you're snuggled up in bed, got a heated blanket, you know what I'm saying? Clean room, in the quiet of night. Very hard to say, get up and do something, but it's been getting easier and easier every single day. And I really hope I'm not jinxing myself by mentioning that, you know? But I think I'm good. So tomorrow, I get to wake up, do it all over again. Right now, it's about 9 o'clock. So I plan on going to bed super early, pretty much every single day. This thing won't come off. But yeah, that's a long story short, story long, I guess. This video is way too long. But that's my thought. And I'm excited about it. Yeah, I'm going to cut it right there.